this is Wendy from Taichi, The Way of Life. Yes, do subscribe to my YouTube channel. It is directly below there. I think that's correct. Alright, okay. The purpose of this video was because I'm talking to one of my students just now. Went out for a walk because we are still technically in lockdown, although we should be easing out of it, which I'm very, very looking forward to it, and so is everybody else. Anyway, back to the videos. The purpose of this video. So one of my students, she is in her 80s, and she's doing fabulously well, but she has 2 false hips. So as you know, that in Tai Chi, we have to sit in our hip quite a lot, well, all the time actually. So so she was talking to me about it, and I realized because with people with false hips, it is probably quite a challenging thing to do. That means she has so sometimes when you have false hips, it makes your legs one longer than the other, and if any uneven surfaces, then you're more likely to trip because your brain doesn't know that you've got one long leg, one short leg. So it's important that she is able to, I mean, she still does my Tai Chi, but she can't stand on one leg because of that reason. And a lot of it is not just because she got false hip, it's also because it's strengthening the legs as well. When you're thinking about balance, I mean, it's great. I mean, in Tai Chi, it's great, isn't it? Because you counterbalance yourself. So you balance yourself on the left and your right, from top to going up and going down, because you want energy going up, you want energy going down, you want energy going to your left, you want energy going to your right, so you don't just all to your left, and that's why you fall over. And it's the same with forward and back, and that's why when we come up in our open forms, you kind of sit backwards more, because it's all about balance. So how can you do that? You can only do all this stuff if you can sit in your hip. So it's important that your legs, so one of the reason why elderly people fall is that because the legs gone weak, okay, because they are unable to exercise their legs. So there's couple of exercise which, so if you fall into those categories, this video might be very, very useful to you. And if you know anybody who your relatives, or you know your neighbors, elderly neighbors, that has a tendency to trip up, maybe you should show them this video and show them the exercises yourself. So one very, very simple one is to strengthen your ankle. So this is actually good for lots of people, not just for people you have balance issue. So what you do is you rock onto your heel, and then you just push up onto your toes. So you kind of rock back, push up, so you come up on your heels. Oh, I'm going to fall backwards and come up. So if you like stiff, it's actually harder. So apply to those to this exercise like you would with your Tai Chi. So you relax, you're letting go, you're not just holding, and then soften your knees. So when you rock back. So when I rock back, I don't know whether you can tell, I kind of come forward a little bit because I have to balance, because if I'm going to rock back, if I don't, I'm going to fall backwards. Okay, so that's the thing, it's about counterbalancing. So when I rock back, come up on my toes. So this is just to exercise the heel. So you rock back. So when you rock back, not lean forward, okay? When you rock back, kind of come forward with your, yeah, it's Tai Chi, isn't it? So you rock back, arms coming forward just to, so you could do that probably, I don't know, sets of 10 if you want. Okay, so that's for your ankle. Then the other one is actually just sit down, but with your arms in front, so you're not allowed to push, okay, with your arms. You just sit on the chair, hands on your chest, or just like that, or just on your shoulders, stand up, sit down, stand up, sit down, all the time with your hands on your shoulders, cross over. If that's too difficult, I suggest you could use your arms out here, because this will kind of give you a little bit of momentum, so it makes it a little bit easier with your arms sticking out. So that will help you a little bit to get up and down, okay? And that will strengthen your quads, okay? So better still, with your hands on your shoulders, and stand up and then sit back down. So let me repeat the other one. So you rock onto your heels. If you rock on your heels and you don't counterbalance, you do, yeah. So that will help you to find out in your body how to balance as well. So when you rock, I don't know, it's almost like I swing my arms forward. Oops, didn't do it right there. Rock back, up. So I rock back on my heel, come up onto my toes, rock up onto my heel, up on my toes. Okay, so I hope that was clear for you. And so if you want to, I mean, I quite like that little rocking exercise because it's actually quite good for the ankle. If you've got a weak ankle and you're, you know, a young person yourself, keep doing that, because it really does. And I think even if you've got tight, you know, those fasciitis, so that's quite a nice little, so it's almost like you're using your ankle, flexing your ankles. Anyway, so I hope that was a useful video for you. As I said, pass it on, or have a go yourself. Okay, thank you very much, and God bless, and bye bye for now.